Hello, long time no see. Yeah, yeah, doing this to keep Lex happy. I got a wee box, and when I say a wee box, I was very bored. And rather than spending a lot of money on a certain designer outfit, which I'd be very tempted to, I got a little box of, I think it's Builders, mixed vintage and modern gold tone costume jewellery. Just for you, yes, just for you, Lex. Absolutely. I paid £28 for this. So I thought, hey, a haul. I mean, you know, in these stringent times when I can actually honestly say I run out of clothes. I am out of clothes. They're all scheduled. They're all up for listing. I've got a few that I think might have escaped a little backlog. Stuff that's dropped off a list. And now someone's knocking the door. I think husband's going. He's just had his jab. Just had a COVID jab. I've got mine a bit later on. He said it was all fine. Apparently they made you sit down for sort of 10-15 minutes afterwards to make sure you're not going to have a reaction. I have got the most horrible fringe affair going on here. So I'll try and stop fiddling. I kind of recut my fringe because it got so wispy. So I had to make a proper fringe. I think I'm being bought some. The lovely thing is we have this neighbourhood group and I've been bought all sorts of bubble wrap by my lovely neighbours in the locality because I've put a message out on the local site saying I recycle bubble wrap. So I'm never going to have to buy bubble wrap again. Glorious. Ooh, people in the chat. Sorry, I'll wake up soon. I did have coffee this morning, but you'd never know. Lex, of course. Oh, we have company, Lex. We have Bronwell, L33 Mrs. Ah, no, I didn't know your name. And it's escaped me again. Get the outfit too. Yeah, but you look cool in certain things. There's certain things that I don't look. My figure shape doesn't suit certain clothes as well. But look, we're all like that. We're all different. We all have things we can wear and things that not so much. But I did like Lex's outfit with the. I told you I would struggle on the back of the bomber jacket. That's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Inspired and very you. Hello, Joan. Hello, Antoinette. Hello, jewellery sales. Yeah, we've still got the witching hour tonight. Oh, hello, Becca. Nice to see you. Which jab did he have? I'm not entirely sure. Probably the AstraZeneca, I would think, because that's the one that's around. Very ombre, isn't it? It's grayer than I thought it was going to be. You know when you get your white stripe and you think it's going to be white. It just so isn't. I'm a bit undecided as to where we go with this, but actually at the back, hang on, let me show you the side that's showing the light. At the back, it comes all the way down to about here. It's the front bit. It's to do with how I did it when I stopped dyeing it. I had a last dye which just covered the bits I could see because I couldn't quite bear it. Leaving for the beach. It's beach weather. It's beach weather, Lainey. We'll enjoy getting out and about because, you know, that's quite special, isn't it? And, so I've been listing some of my jewellery because I've been hoarding it a bit. And, you know, I got bored and I bought a little bag of loveliness. As I think I said, I paid £28. Let's get the rustling out of the way. Got a cat asleep by the window, keeping guard. Oxford AstraZeneca. Yes, that's the one. I think so. Oh, okay. To be honest, he didn't really check. He was just quite happy that he got a little card saying he'd had it. But I'll let you know because I'll be having mine at 2 o'clock, which is quite bizarre, really. Could have done without 2 trips in one day. And what came about? Well, loveliness in a bag. I'm going to tip this out. So excuse the clunking. I don't know what inspired me to buy this. I really don't need more jewellery, but I just wanted to have something to do, something to open, something to peer out with a loop. And there's always that chance there'll be something lovely in here, isn't there? I mean, there is that chance, but I'm not expecting it. I just quite like the look of some of the pieces. This is, first off, a very, very light ring. Very light metal. I like getting a loop out, like having a little squeeze. Because you never know, something might have a name on it. I'm on the fast track teaching myself jewellery, and it isn't because I'm going to try and take on Lex's wonderful way of doing things specifically. It's just I have run out of clothes stock, so that kind of made me list a few items. I love vintage. The modern stuff really doesn't do a great deal for me. I have to say that. And I've also learned strategy-wise, I really want to try and go for the higher end stuff because you can spend a lot of time, a lot of work, and literally make next to no money out of it unless you're doing a massive volume. So, I'm sorry, I'm staring out the window, as you do, and thinking, what's that on the roof? It's a man standing by a chimney, repointing a chimney in this. It's miserly, it's horrible, it's wet, and he's standing on top of a slate roof, repointing a chimney. Well, let's hope he's be safe. Because that's not what you want going on out the corner of your vision, is it? Wondering if someone's going to hang onto a window. So although I like the look of it, it's kind of a bit chunky and a bit brutalist. In fact, now that I look at it, it's more likely to be a scarf ring. They would fit on a finger, possibly. But it's got quite rough edges, so I'm thinking that's more likely to be a scarf ring. An achy arm, yeah, I've heard people say you get an achy arm and what have you. Oh, look, another leaf badge. Sorry, I've been going through my brooches. It's a gold tone leaf. It's quite nice and textured. I mean, it works out at less than £1 a piece, and I fancied some entertainment, to be fair. I bought this for the fun of it. No side effects. There you go, you see. I think everyone's different. A friend of mine who's got some very overreactive immune system and has immune problems, found she got quite a lot of effects quite quickly because she's got a super efficient immune system, which isn't always a good thing. There's not much to see on the back here, so I'm not really showing you properly, am I? There we go. Show the people. Show the show the dog, the rabbit. There we go. That's quite sweet. I mean, some of these may get bundled up and things. I'm a bit open-minded. This looks quite modern, actually. This particular one, vintage style. I've got no nails. I haven't done my nails this week. Don't know if that means you can. This sort of fitting is a vintage style fitting, so maybe it is. Maybe it is. It'd be damn difficult to undo. Very sort of common style, though. There's nothing extraordinary, but I can still do a little bundle. We have here a gold tone, one of those. To be fair, when I looked at this photographs of this stuff, it didn't look like it had a lot of wear, and I think that the condition is very important. So that's just a little bangly thing. Probably modern. There are actually a pair of earrings here. Again, I quite like this because they're hoops and they're textured. They do have a gold tone wire through. You were ill, Joan. Oh, that's a popular hobby, is it? And your mum's got chocolate biscuits. Well, that's it. They should give you a badge and a sticker, surely. Saying brave boy or girl. Isn't that what they're supposed to do? Yeah, these are nice. They're not worn, but I don't believe that they're anything special. Oh, that's a cat yawning. That's not my stomach. That's a cat yawning. And he's now all put out because I put things all over the desk. Yeah, they're certainly a nice nick. Gold hoops. What can I say? It's that possibility, isn't it? It's the excitement. This is a very, very pale gold colour. I don't know if that's because the gold's rubbed off. Oh no, actually, that's quite nice. It's kind of carved in. I went to the doctors and all I got was this bloody vaccine. So I'm more having a look to see the wear. I'm not thinking these are going to be precious metals or anything, but that's kind of silver and gold, and quite a lot of work gone into that, actually. Take a closer look later. I've got very tired eyes at the moment. Just putting things into little piles. Brooches, earrings, bangles. I've got earrings in it. Other earrings, I'll show you those. This is rather cute. I think I've got more bubble wrap coming my way. Oh, bye, Lainey. Have fun at the beach. A headache, yes. Is that more packaging?
That's Ralph. Just dropped it off.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, more packaging for my lovely neighbours. Lovely neighbours. Right, this is a locket charm, but it's fixed. It's not a proper working locket. It's on a nice Belcher chain. Is that one? I'm trying to learn. I did find a nice site that told you the names of all the chains, but some of them have more than one name. That bubble wrap's going to make noise now. Got to go and do your packing. Ooh, where are you off to, Becca? We'll see you on the Witching Hour later, I expect, won't we, love? You often join us, and I've been watching your videos too, and good, keep it up. We do like a video. I've literally watched back through everything now. The only one I haven't watched yet was Lainey's Banished Bin last night, because I heard tell there were some things being banished there that I might not agree with. Hello, Mum of Five Sons. Hello, Welsh Wonderneer. Oh, hello, Lee. Sorry, I'm not. If I haven't said hello to you, I'm terribly sorry. I'm a bit scatterminded this morning. I think it's because there's so many places I've got to be, things I've got to do today, and you get used to not having to be anywhere, don't you? In this lockdown, you kind of lose your structure. This is very nicely made, I have to say. I was going to say you can. Now, doesn't that sound odd? I'm saying you can smell it's not gold. That's weird, isn't it? But you can smell the iron content, the copper, the base metal. Monty Python. Nobody ever in the history of mankind should be allowed to banish Monty Python. That's absurd. That's effing outrageous, actually. I'm sorry. That comedic genius, albeit some of it a little dated, but comedic genius. Right, so I'm liking that as a nice little bracelet. I think that's got some charm. They look like nice quality pieces. I mean, it's a mixture. I'm not expecting them to all be vintage. It was a mixture. I quite liked this. I don't know why. Very, very simple. And it's kind of like a 3-stranded proper choker necklace, though, isn't it? Sort of like there. Yeah, suits me a little scrawny neck. Not my kind of thing. I suppose you could put a pendant on it, but it's a very simple look. And it's in quite a pale gold rather than yellow. It's a very pale gold colour. So there's no wear on these. They are all in really good knit. I'm just going to put that over there. Ooh. Right, I can see a pair of matching earrings. Oh, right, okie doke. These are those weird ones that kind of clamp both sides. There's a bit of wear to where they clamp. But they do have an etched design. A little hinge at the bottom. Kind of cute. They're very small. I mean, my eerie lugs, they wouldn't work at all. Oh, hello, Wayne. Hello, Daryl. Sorry, I'm not saying insanity. Yes, exactly. Completely. Yeah, you see, although I quite like looking at gold, I don't tend to wear it. Apart from my, I do wear my Ankh. But, okay, these are quite interesting. Very textured, quite nicely made. It's actually tiny leaves that they've got etched on the front, but it won't show on my camera. Out of Sorts 1962. What a lovely name. Hello. Welcome. This is an impromptu live. Can't see any signature on them. But they're quite cute, and they're definitely of a vintage nature. There we go. Earrings over there. Where do we go next? Ooh. Little bracelet. It says something on it, actually. I like this style, these flat lay links. Now we're going to have the bin men. Bless them. They couldn't come last week because of the snow. So they're here this week. What does this say? Metal. That's really helpful. Metal. Okay, not what I was hoping for. I'm all right. I'm a bit tired, a bit fatigued. But otherwise okay. Oh, is it inside out? Hang on a minute, I can't get in. I don't want to be too brutal with it in case I ruin it. There's something else printed on here, so Rotary. Hang on, Rotary are the watch people. But I've got a bracelet and a watch strap. Right, very puzzled now. It does undo. Maybe it goes matches a matching watch. It does say rotary. There's a little bit of ickiness around the fastening, but that can be cleaned up. Possibly may have been gold plated, who knows. But yeah, it just says metal. Interesting and a bit strange. So we'll pop that there. Some of these vintagey ones can be quite small as well. I'm not big in the wrist, but for some people they've got to get it over their hand. Oh, okay, this has got a bit of stuff attached, so let's get rid of that. Oh, hello, Mike. Sam, hiya. Oh, everybody's in. It was just one of those things, wasn't it? Right, where's my scissors? Let's get rid of this nasty little piece of material. There. Oh, I got a cup of tea there. Hubby made me tea. I'm getting a very scruffy treasure pile this morning. Not feeling it today. Right, this is a bracelet. It's in that sort of slightly matte finish. This is modern. This is not vintage. Pretty sure. There might be a bracelet that goes with it, but you know, it's circles. It's quite nice. It's not branded though. Not too many signs of wear. Nothing's rubbing off. Just with a toggle clasp there. So that's a more modern piece. Like I say, I will do modern bundles. So I'm going to put that there with the bracelets. Little ordering things all sat here on my computer. Ooh. Okay. Right. Got an earring. Very big hoop. Ah, actually, there's two of these. Very big hoop. And quite nice. Is it a good hoop is always a good thing. Oh, I thought that was wear for a minute when I showed it's not the reflection of my window. Always worth a little look. People always say check the backs and have a proper look. So let's see. You're sorting bracelets. That's funny because when you were doing brooches the other day, I was sorting through brooches. It's quite fun. I had a loop with a light in it, but the light's run out. Very, very useful, eh? Again, these do seem quite nicely made. I don't think necessarily they are anything. They're a modern earring. One thing I cannot wear is something that is not gold or silver in my ears. So as much as I'd love to wear some go get 'em hoops, I can't. Oh no, these look fun. Oh, and they're like, now I see these and I go, oh, they're like little hedgehogs. Like wearing little hedgehogs on your ears. Now these are definitely in a vintage style, but they're incredibly good nick, so I'm wondering if they're modern ones made a la vintage mode. But those are kind of cool. Little loops. Oh, hi, Karis. Nice name. There we go. I'm squinting and peering to see if I can see anything written on them, but then they are unbranded, but they're very much in a vintage style. So I just thought they were quite nice things that we had going for them, to be honest. You know how you don't know where to start? You're like, ooh, where should I go? We have here another brooch. They're not signed. They're not signed. That looks like, I don't know if it's mixed metal or if there's a bit of wear. It's a very pedestrian kind of brooch. There's nothing extraordinary about it. But it's a little brooch nonetheless. There we go. I might have to do a lot of little brooches because I've got some others anyway that will go with it. Oh, that's sweet. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny bracelet. As far as I can see, I don't think we're missing any stones. rather cute. They're different colours. You know, some of this stuff you think it still takes quite a lot of trouble to make it, even if it is coming from China. And I don't know where this is made, but no, they're open backs. They're definitely very nicely made. You can see the back on. Well, no, maybe you can't see the back on it. It's quite nicely done. I'm not seeing. Oh, I've got one of my hairs in it now. Yes. Yes, I wondered if it went with a watch, if it was like a set that was like a watch and a band. Now, this is kind of cool. It's a bracelet, but it's got a pull toggle tightening device, which I find much easier than fiddling around with. Fiddling around with clasps was what I was going to say. Again, this is really nicely made. I just can't see a brand on it, which is probably why I ended up in this lady's lot, to be fair. You know, but I just like the look of it. They look like decent quality pieces, and I have to say, I think they probably are. So that's got it's a very delicate thing. Very, very delicate. Now. Oh, we have a ring. Oh, we have a couple of rings, actually. I'm not really the one to show rings in my old wrinkly hands, but there we go. It's quite 70s. Again, it's very lightweight. You see, I'd find wearing a ring with edges like that really awkward. I'd be catching myself on it all the time. That's a very, I would say, a very cheapy ring, in all fairness, but it's a nice style. So, sort of thing you wear for 5 minutes for an evening out. There we go. So it's machine, what's it is. So there we go. It's another nice ring. And here's another wee ring. I'll put them on my little fingers because I've not got tiny fingers. One of those. Is that meant to go with another ring? They do sometimes, don't they? Whoops. Nearly dropped it. Nearly dropped it. Tiny little stones. Not missing any, which is nice. Got some sort of mark on the inside, but not anything I can read, so it's not very helpful, is it? Could just be little blobs. Could just be little blobs. But you know, it's worth looking at, worth testing. Even if it's just for me to get more used to testing stuff, because I'm still not, and Lex will know this, I'm still not super confident with my testing. I kind of, because you've got a dark stone and you're dropping the orangey liquid onto your silver and trying to see if it turns red. Well, of course, because it's on a black background, I find that quite tricky to see. And then if you use the gold tester on silver, it's supposed to turn blue. But again, that's not always particularly easy to see. So, yeah, I'm a bit of a novice there. And I'm still, it's because I'm not super confident with that I have held off listing higher value pieces, shall we say, that I do have. And I have found, now I think these will match possibly that bracelet. That looks very similar to that bracelet I found. We have here, that's a choker length gold tone necklace there. Not seeing a brand, not seeing any marks at all. And when I picked that out, that goes with that. Little sets can do all right. And I'm hoping there's another one. We've actually got the earring too. You wipe off the acid, and if it's still red on the stone, it's silver. Maybe it's my eyes. Maybe it's just hard for me to tell. Yeah, I'm sort of confident, and I'm aware that something's a silver plated. As you say, sometimes you can just smell the metal, and it's not. You smell base metal. Now maybe one's got me a knot here. I think I've. What's happened? It just got tangulated. Maybe I've got to detangle them, but 2 earrings, I think they're the same, that go with that set. So I'll put that over there by my teacup. Ooh. Just my earrings go flying. Yeah, quite a lot of hoops going on. In fact, there's more hoops to come. This I like the look of. I like these. Are they Russian bracelets, they call them? I have actually got a silver one in these, and I know Lex found a silver one the other day. I quite like the style. Yeah, it's nice little things. Again, these aren't looking like big anything, but my silver ones actually don't have a hallmark on. I think it's because I wore them so much. I probably wore the little mark off. Yeah, I'm not holding out hope that these are anything lovely here. You can definitely see the solder marks between each one. That's not been done terribly well, so I don't think they're anything amazing. They're very pale gold colour. Still quite sweet though. And they smell very metally, if you know what I mean. And here's a proper 80s jobby. Look at that. Black and gold and sparkly. Lovely and jangly. We like a bit of jangly. It's a hinged one, she says. Oh no, it isn't. Well, it is, but it's got a proper clasp. There we go. I'm having a little look to see if I can see a signature. And I can't. Which is a shame, because this is so evocative of the 80s. Not the sort of thing that I would have necessarily worn, but I knew people that did. It's a bit power dressing, and it's a bit, you know, people who had the power shoulders on and all that kind of thing. So that's definitely of its era. It's quite cool. Quite funky. And I like the fluid lines in it. I think Lexi was saying something about the other day where when Art Nouveau kind of goes into Art Deco, there is a period where things still have fluid lines, but they still have some of the elegance of Art Deco about them as the changeover happens. And this sort of thing seemed to also happen from the 70s into the 80s, where you still have organic lines, and yet you have something very sort of deco and simple about it. That's my theory anyway. Don't listen to me. Hello, Andrea. Yes, please don't listen to me. I love jewellery. I know very little about it. I want to learn more, but I'm not in Lex's area of expertise or any of the other people. I can't smell gold yet. I'm going to train myself, but I can't smell it yet. But it's kind of like it's a side hustle to my regular eBay reselling business, I think. Again, I liked this. I just liked a lot of the shape of the things in this. This has got a good weight to it. It's a real chunky chain. Chunky chains are popular. There is a little wear which I may be able to clean off. We'll see. Like all jewellery that comes in the post, it can be a little bit minging when it arrives. Oh, yes, right. It's because I've got a pan that doesn't work properly. It doesn't really help. A blurring of styles. That's the elegant way of putting it. So this again is a choker length one. Unsigned, but cool. Very cool. Love stuff like that. Again, not for me to wear particularly. I don't suit incredibly chunky jewellery for some reason. But for those who do, it's going to look amazing. Necklace. Who is it calls it a necklace? That's Sam, isn't it? That's Sam, you're in here? You've got a necklace. Oh, this sadly, yeah, this has so much wear that you can actually see. I'll get my fat thumbs out of the way. It doesn't show up so much on camera, but you can actually see the copper coming through. And it is copper because it's orangey. That's gutting, and that's probably because someone's worn it with perfume. But these flat chains are good, but honestly, that will go in a craft a lot. And I am putting together, because I'm being diligent, actually sorting. Oh, is it Kelly? I'm sorry. Apologies. I don't know why I thought I do that, don't I? I blur people up, and you're very different people. I really do know the difference. Oh, poor Kelly. Oh, poor Kelly. But she's really got a nose for gold as well. She can sniff it out at 50 paces, and I'm so in admiration of that skill. But yeah, God. Bleh. I'm so easily confused, you see. But yes, that will go into one. What I'm doing is vintage crafting lots. Am I buffering there? I've got a bit frozen on myself. I'll do vintage craft lot, and I'll make it quite a big one, just sell everything, because it's got some beautiful stuff and it's got real pearls in it and beautiful faceted aurora borealis beads and all sorts of things that I can't do anything with. Great for harvesting and repairing. So I'm going to put that up at some point. And then I've also got job lots of regular crafting, which is sort of modern costume, which people want to make things with. But I've split it out because I do appreciate they are very different things. Carla, hello. Nice to see you here. It's jewellery, love. I'm really sorry. It's jewellery. So if you want to go again, I wouldn't blame you. I know how you feel about jewellery. And we won't talk about that banished bin last night. I will watch it later because I need to put a like on it. And I've got something knotted here I'm not fiddling about. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Ah, there we are. This is like a fishbone design. Very, very light. It's probably a Hong Kong one. I can't see Hong Kong written on it, but they're often made in Hong Kong. They get kinked. They get a bit of kink in them, if you know what I mean. There we go. It's a fishbone design. So it's supposed to lay flat when you wear it. Oh, lovely. So glam. This one. Now, this doesn't have... Oh, hang on. It's got a tag. There may be a maker on it. I'm going in. Western Germany. No, so not Hong Kong. Western Germany. But that's a nice vintage one. That's got no wear on it, so that's fabulous. Oh, so many bits and pieces. I picked this because it was a nice mix. You know, I didn't want all one thing. I just thought let's go for a nice mix. These are quite nice in themselves. This is a very nice plaited chain. They're all gold tone, these, but this has actually been plaited. And you can, they sort of can separate. So they're snake chains that have been 3 plaited together to make a nice, again, it's a sort of choker length, collar length necklace. No, not too much wear on this. It's got a little tag. I think it's a more modern piece, but in the vintage style, and it says Avon. Like I say, don't knock Avon, they're decent quality. That's quite a sweet little thing. I would say that's almost rose gold if you look at it in. You know how you look at things in certain lights and go, well, it's slightly more rosy gold than some of the others. Now, what have we got? Ooh, some more hoops. Clonking, stonking, great big hoops. They do not have a gold post. They are not anything special, but they're quite nice. They're the very flat ones. So again, I may do a hoop lot that somebody can enjoy. They're quite nicely constructed. It's kind of how they're made, I suppose. They seem to be well made, not too flimsy looking. So they're rather nice. People do collect Avon, yeah. It's one of those things that I've never been drawn to. Oh, this is quite sweet. This is bezel set. Now these actually feel like they're plastic rather than glass, which is a shame. I think they're plastic, but they're in sort of pastel tones: pink, green, blue. Pink, green, and blue. That's pretty much it. It's just another little collar length. One of the more delicate necklaces, shall we say? I'm not sure this tag's got anything on it. Oh, hang on, there's something here. My eyes are not what they used to be. And this is Avon again. It says OS, copyright Avon. OS. So there we go, 2 Avon necklaces. We'll put those together, so I might want a lot. And in fact, they'd look quite nice, sort of paired up. Oh, sorry about the pinging. I think that's the messages that are going on. Little messages. Right, what should we have next? Oh, ring. See, I've got quite a bit for my money. I mean, I was sort of thinking to myself, if I saw that lot at a boot fair, would I pay that amount for it? Possibly not. But then I'm sat at home in the warm and I'm bored. No, that's a very, very costumey one, but kind of sweet. Grubby, tinge of green about it. But there you go. It's got little hearts on there. Kind of cute, but nothing special. This is very light again, and I would say that's a very funny colour. It's a pinky colour, so maybe that's like a rose gold. I suspect this is modern. There is a name for this, and I did find it on. I tried to look up chain styles, and it popped up a nice site, which I can't remember the name of because that's bloody helpful, isn't it? This is very flimsily made. It has no markings. It has got. Oh, maybe that's a joiner piece on it. There's nothing written on it. I'd say that's just the catch piece. So, in a vintage style, that one. Yeah, there is a name for this. And I said to myself, I'll remember that. Yeah, right. Fishbowl job. 2 minutes later, all gone. This is an incredibly light weight. And this sort of chain has a name as well. That looks rather more spectacular on camera than it does in real life. But that's just a longer length. Pop over the head style. That's a very lightweight one as well. So nothing stunning there. Oh, and we're down to the last pair of hoops. These don't have backs on them. They do have gold colour posts. But I'm not thinking they're anything. But, I will test because I need to get my confidence up with the testing process. Let me show you these. They're just a little plain pair of goldy hoops. They're rather sweet. And my close-up vision is what's not so good. It used to be amazing. But I guess for my age it's not so bad, but yeah, they're definitely not anything special. Yes, the coating coming off, not what you want really. So that's a whole bundle of hoops going on there. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items left, most of which are bracelets, but this one is a necklace. Yeah, it's just grubby. Might just be grubby rather than wear. Quite like these. They're quite a sweet style. With an extender. And this is an M&S, so you're going to see these with a much more modern style lobster. So this is a modern one. Has that got kink now? Is that just... No, they all straighten out a bit. But they easily get kinked up. So that's a fairly modern style. Yes, the treasure cam, as Margaret Texas Girl Treasures calls it. I quite like the idea of those. I think it would be useful, especially when I've got things with hallmarks and things on. Yeah, I had pancakes yesterday. Well, I had a pancake with some Nutella in it, but I gave Son the recipe, and it was Corin's recipe where it's the 3-2-1 rule. I thought even I could remember that. So that was 300 mils of milk, 2 eggs, and 100 grams of flour. Even I can remember that. And they actually came out quite nicely. Yes, I didn't realise it was Pancake Tuesday until about halfway through the day, when we realised we had nothing to put in them, really. This is a modern chain bracelet with a... There we go. There's no name on it. There's no wear, but there's a bit of kinky in the middle. I'm not sure if that's something I need to... It's got a bit where it doesn't bend, so something's gone amiss there. That might end up in a craft a lot in case someone either knows how to straighten it out or... I love the way these are made, though. The engineering in producing a chain just fascinates me. What's that got on there? I don't think this is anything. It's just where they fix the... Yeah, that's just the old where they fix the thing on. So that might go to a craft or someone will know what to do with that. Oh, no, I made my mistake. There are 3 tiny bracelets. Look at that, for a tiny little chain. That is a very yellowy gold, that one. Yeah, have them today. Why not? Have them whenever you want. And why should pancakes be only once a year? Because they're a fiddle-faddle to do. And it is true, the first pancake you do is always rubbish. Because you never have the pan quite hot enough. This is a vintage one. But apart from a little wear on the clasp, it's actually in pretty good nick. So intricately made. Really sweet. Next on the list is this one. There's a name for this sort of chain as well. There certainly is. Again, there's very little wear on these, so I'm not unhappy with that. Sometimes you get wear around the clasp, obviously, because it's where people handle them. But that's really quite sweet. And there's no branding again on that. And this is quite cute. This might be a more modern one. It's got 3 little rhinestones and then a bar. But it's got a decent clasp on it, if I can work out again. It's on the side, so you have to kind of undo it. The dog gets the first one. Yeah, my cats aren't interested, it has to be said. Ah, you have to unclip it both sides. So why would you go to all that trouble if it was a load of rubbish? I think, oh God, you don't want to get heavy-handed. So you kind of unclip these little wings at the side. And then the idea is, I'm assuming that you put it down. And this has got something written on it. It's a very well-made thing. So is it a Monet or something like that? Let's have a look. Roman. Okay. Who are you, Roman? I know there's the dress people. The clothes people. I know that for Roman. But I can't say that I've ever known them. I suppose they probably do jewellery. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, no, I don't think this is anything amazing. But it's definitely nicely made. Yeah. So I don't know anything about that brand. I know they do clothes, and I don't tend to sell their clothes. But not there's anything wrong with them. They're decent quality. But yes, I quite like that. That's quite a nice little piece there of sparkliness. A little bit of joy into the day. But yeah, a very grateful dog, Jewel. This is the last one. This is a flat chain, woven. There's a nice little endage to it, which are usually of good quality. Nothing on it, mind you. So I think we've managed to be a gold-free zone. But I don't mind. Yeah, I can see a bit of the wear through, tiny bit of the wear through to the copper on the end. But, if someone's wearing it, then are they going to be worried? Possibly not. M&S. That's an M&S one. But flat chains, I think, are easier to wear, aren't they? Because they don't catch on things. And that's all in quite good order. Oh, nice. So, I think that's it. That's all of it. It's quite a lot there. I mean, I can make my money back, obviously. But I'm not in stupendous profit here. I didn't really do it for that because I knew that, sourcing anything at this time is pretty tricky. And I mean, I'm going to sell stuff as job lots, but that's just because A, I'm a bit lazy, and B, I know I'm never going to get around to doing them individually. But I'm going to do some modern job lots. And I think what I'll do is if I do it just under 2 kilos, no, I've got to try and work it out. If I do it just under 2 kilos, then I know what I pay for Hermes to deliver it. Then I can do it as a bundle with free postage and know that I'm not going to lose out. But I'm sure there's quite a few people like myself who want some new stock, who want something different to look through, and possibly want some stuff to sell. So I will crack on and put it out there, because where are we? We're middle of February now. So when charity shops reopen and boot fairs get going, it's probably going to be the end of March before that happens, which is a good 6-week gap. So people are going to need a bit of stock. Oh, excuse me. Tired eyes. People are going to need a bit of stock to keep themselves going in the meanwhile. Because once those boot fairs open up again, oh my God, we're going to go crazy, aren't we? We're going to go absolutely loopy buying things. So thank you for joining me. It's lovely to have your company. I hope you're all well, healthy, keeping listing and finding stuff to sell, because it's pretty hard these days. So best of luck to you. Go and find it. Someone's got it out there. Go and buy it and have some fun. And I will see you all later. Some of you later on this evening, and some of you maybe later in the week. Bye. Oh, here we go. Got to find the end broadcast button. And yes, I do. Ta-ta now.